everyone, today we would like to give a brief presentation about the concepts of Sharia auditing. We will start by the definition and introduction of Sharia auditing itself before proceeding to the questions, which are given in case 8.12. Due to the growing assets of devout Muslims as well as their need to adhere to religious teachings, more and more banks, especially in the Middle East, are practicing Sharia. Sharia is a financial practice which is based on the Islamic religious law. It prohibits the use of interest as opposed to conventional banking and instead utilizes a profit and risk-sharing contract, also known as mudarabah. In Sharia auditing, there are two procedures: financial statement auditing, which is done by independent auditors such as the Big Four, and Sharia compliance auditing by the Sharia Supervisory Board or SSB. SSB is in charge of checking a bank's financial statement and other services and evaluate them in accordance to the Sharia standard made by the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions. AAOIFI was founded in 1991 in Bahrain by a cartel of large Islamic banks and employs approximately 20 Islamic religious scholars who review new transactions, contracts, and business structures. By early 2009, it had issued 35 Sharia standards, 26 accounting standards, and 5 independent auditing standards. However, many Islamic scholars have suggested that Sharia compliance audits and financial statement audits should be merged. They think it's ineffective due to the lack of formal training in auditing concepts as well as auditing methodologies on the part of religious scholars principally responsible for that function. Scholars then suggested the intervention of the Organization of Islamic Conference, an organization sponsored by 57 Islamic countries, to train a new breed of Islamic accountants who would have both Western accounting qualification and also a degree and certification in Sharia.
Sharia auditing review concepts consist of 3 stages. Number 1, planning procedures. Number 2, executing of review procedures and preparation of working papers. Number 3, recording conclusions and report to shareholders. This concept could be applied in determining whether an Islamic bank has been Sharia compliant during a given financial reporting period. The proposal to merge Sharia compliance audits with financial statement audits is feasible if the Sharia Board Committee thinks it's according to the Islamic laws and they allow it.
Accounting can lead to perception of reality. Ultimately, what accounting tells is that what makes more money is the best thing. Over time, people will become more mesmerized with the infatuation and act accordingly. Over time, people will become more mesmerized with the infatuation and act accordingly. Accounting, in whatever sense of use, whether it to be Islamic purpose or otherwise, is only meant to be used as science to enable an organization to enable to identify, analyze, record, summarize, and report transactions and other events. Accounting is only a method of presentation of facts and figures about an organization in such a manner that the user can use that information according to his own needs, whether the needs is the promotion of welfare or something like this. From my point of view, in deciding whether to adopt a proposed accounting standard, accounting rulemaking bodies should not consider inducing socially responsible behavior on the part of economic decision makers. Accounting is a technical subject and therefore there is no question of an Islamic or Christian or Buddhist accounting. Unfortunately, a modern corporation accounting is not a matter of just numbers, but a whole philosophy.
In my opinion, the biggest challenge is to cope with the subsequent need of complying to the Sharia standards, which is in itself full of controversy. And if the Big Four is also doing Sharia compliance auditing, there's a possibility of growing skepticism among those Islamic countries as it needs a specific set of Islamic scholars. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
created using Powtoon.